Hello and welcome to ARK, the complete series. We're making our way through the island, and now that we've managed to figure out how this new kibble system works, I've got quite a few things planned for this episode. But I'm easily pleased because I've actually got my bed working. When I first put this in, it was running parallel to the wall here, this back wall. But I would get up out of the bed and I would just like be stuck. I would have to pull up the ceiling and fall through to the ground to be able to, be able to get myself moving. But now that I've actually turned the bed around and it's actually going in that direction, it actually works fine, which is brilliant. So I can go to sleep now. So that's good. No problems. Another good thing is the patch came out as well for S+. They were pretty quick to actually fix I think it was the snap points in S+, so I want to get that sorted out before I get anything done. Let's get this, just pick this up. Everything turns off. Surprise, surprise. That sounds bad. What happened there? Oh, I know what it was. Yeah, it was. I think it was all my metal cables and everything broke. So that's not good. Right, but it doesn't matter. I don't particularly need them. Right, so we need that, so we can put that back. We've got some electrical wires hiding in here somewhere. There they are. So I can now put that back. So that just snaps straight in. So you see, you don't see it. It's just nicely hidden in the actual foundations. So that's brilliant. Got to put our electrical generator back. So, and the good thing is that'll snap into place as well. There we go. We give that some gasoline and turn it on. So there you go. Now the only thing is there's no power, and that's because we still need like an electrical outlet. And yeah, because I picked everything up, I've actually destroyed one. So let's see. So I think I'll probably have to make it from here. I think. Yeah, I'll need to make it from here, but I don't have any power. Right. We'll just borrow a bit of gasoline. Then I should be able to turn this beastie on. Right. So do I have everything for it first? So that's the normal one. That's the S+ one. Turn that on. Craft that. Yeah, I'd hidden the actual cabling and the the actual outlet over here, so I completely forgot about when I picked all this lot up. Right, so we should be able to put that into the ground, and there you go. So now everything's working again. I mean, we've used about gasoline, so it doesn't really matter, but I've got quite a bit. I'll have to make some more, obviously. But that's good. All our S+ stuff's work again. Right, come on, Morris. You've got some levels, mate. How many levels have you got? You got 2. Right, come on. Right, so, things to do. I mean, I'm going to have to go out and get some meat and some vegetables for all these animals here. But I want to have a look and see how the argentavis are doing, because I've hardly been getting any eggs at all off these things. These big budgies here, they've been sitting around doing nothing, and it's driving me nuts. I deliberately got them so I could get their eggs so I could start making the superior kibble, but they just don't seem all that enthusiastic, shall we say. So I think it's in part because Big Budgie here, me and Big Budgie have been going out and about all the time. So I think it's just because I'm not around, or at least he's not around often enough for when these things would have been normally laying eggs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself a low level RG. I want to go out and get one of those. Get a low level male just to keep around here more permanently. Then, because I mean eggs, I think the eggs will last for about like half an hour or something. They stay on the ground for quite a while. You've got a long period of time to pick them up. So I think I'll be better off getting myself a dedicated RG to keep these ladies company. Give them a bit of an incentive to lay more eggs. Yeah. The other thing I want to do as well is I want to get myself an oviraptor as well, because that should boost the egg laying as well. Yeah, that should speed things up quite a bit if I get an oviraptor, but I want a low level one. You can't like make any kibble for them though. They need they're after basically eggs to eat. You can, you know, it's a knockout tame, so you do knock them out, but then you stuff them with big eggs. I mean, they're only little dinos, but I mean, like ideally they want like, you know, gigasaur eggs, which is like nuts. But for that reason, I don't want a high level one because it would just take forever to tame one of those up. I mean, I've got quite a lot of eggs in the preserving bin downstairs, but I really need a low level one just for the sake of, you know, getting this done pretty quickly. And then once I've got one, I'll leave it in there, and it should encourage all of these to produce eggs a lot quicker. But the real thing that I'm looking forward to doing today is I want to go out and about and start looking for some utility dinos. I mean, we've got Barry the beaver already, and he's doing well. If possible, I'll see if I can get a higher level one. I mean, it's not particularly important. Oh wow, it's extremely hot. I think I better go back and get some cloth armor. But I think I'm going to keep my eye out and see if I can get a higher level one. Nothing personal to Barry. It's just that, you know, it'll be more efficient basically. Because basically, I want to rebuild this whole area. I want to get this this whole wall replaced with a big stone wall, and for that, I'd need the utility dinos. So we're talking about getting a doedicurus to help me go out there and farm up stone a lot quicker. And I also want an ankylo as well, because that'll be better for getting the metal. I mean, we've got that little base up on the little hill there to, you know, to go out and gather metal and forge the metal ingots. But realistically, I want to get myself an ankylo. So let's see. So we'll get them, and them. I don't think I've got any. Nope, that'll do. Right, so we'll just swap them out. Right, there you go. I need some meat as well. We got any? Yep, we got some meat. And we've got some water. Right, so that should last me a bit of a while. So yeah, I mean, I've got quite a few things to keep an eye out for. And I think with ARK being ARK, that's probably just as well, really. There's a lot of well, there's a lot of strange things I find goes on with this game. If I go out looking for like a high level dino, a specific dino, it's just Murphy's Law, or the nature of the game, that I really struggle to find one. I'll find plenty of low level ones, and then, you know, vice versa, I'll go and look for a low level dino, and there'll be like tons of like high level ones, just no low level ones. So I've got, what, about 4 different dinos to go. Truth, it's still hot. 46, shine a light. There's a lot of dinos like out there that I need to go and look for now. I've got 4 different types, so it's going to be a case of just flying around, keeping an eye out, and seeing what we can see. So I'll just have a quick scan over here. I mean, the good news is actually this RG here can pick up all of those land dinos before the TLC came out. I would have needed a Quetzal to be able to pick up like an ankylo, but now this dude can pick it up himself. Where have you gone? There's a beaver over there. I think these were like low level ones, to be honest. But 25. Wow, the excitement is real. What's that one over there? 20. Oh, come on. I'm only getting started. I mean, this game's been running 24/7. You would think there'd be like some decent higher level ones around here. But nope, there's not. Right, so I'm going to make my way over to the mountain area, because I know there was, when I was going around looking for RGs, there was quite a few ankylos over there. I'll want to have a look over there and see if I can find a high level one. So I'm just going to pause the video there, and then I'll bring you back. Well, I've been out and about, and I did find, you know, quite a few like low level RGs over by the volcano, but no signs of any of the ankylos. I think there's like 1 female doedicurus, only level 35. So I went to the other mountain that's just to the right of that one. And there was quite a few. There's about 6 ankylos over there, but they were all low level. So I mean, I had to come back. Oh, that wasn't clever. I pressed the wrong blooming button, so I ended up like jumping off instead of looking at the map. So yeah, so I'm kind of struggling to find doedics and ankylos, so I came back here because I needed things like, you know, weapons and what have you. But while I was around here, I found some like oviraptors. There was a level 60 over there, but I think that's too high, so I've taken that out of the picture. There was a level 20 wandering around here, and I don't know where she's gone. I'm like, I could do with like a really, really low level one. But I've built a little pen down there, because that's a good thing with the RG, is I can pick things up and then just drop them in a pen. But I'm going to have to go and look for this thing now, because it's disappeared. It's out there somewhere. Where have you gone? Could do with some sort of like supervision or something, like, you know, with the snowy owl, where you can sort of like see things. It's probably like running into the forest or something. Was it? Oh, it was here a minute ago. Where the heck's it gone? Well, I'm going to keep looking for it, because I'm basically, what I'm doing is I'm carrying quite a few fence supports and some door frames, because they usually do for the bigger dinos. Oh, there it is. Haha, I saw you. And I got you. They like freaked me out at the start of the game. I always keep thinking like it's like a raptor or something. I mean, it is a type of raptor. Let's see if I can get held. Let's see if that wall keeps it held there. But yeah, with these things, I'm going to have to basically, I'm going to have to knock it out, and I'm going to have to get a lot of eggs. And eggs, of course, they weigh quite a bit. Right, so we have got that. Right. Right, how many do you need to be knocked out? Because it's low level, but it's the... Oh, truth. I think it was probably... Oh, man, come here. Stop following me. It was useful before, but it's not useful now. Right, where are you? Come here. Right. Let's see how the topo is doing. Right, so it's going down quite a bit, so that's something I'm going to have to bear in mind. But I'm going to go back to base now and get a load of eggs. And hopefully I can keep ahead of that topo. So, I'll be back shortly. Well, the topo's going down, not too fast, but let's see how we do if I give it a load of eggs. So, well, that's going up quite high. That's not too bad. I mean, I don't really care about the, you know, the taming effectiveness. You can see it's pretty lousy, and that's because I'm feeding it trike eggs and stego eggs. Yeah, can't carry any more. I think realistically I'm going to have to go and get some more, because I brought across 18, so let's see, that went up to 30. So that's one got me to 30. Right, let's see what one more trike egg does. Yeah, I mean, ideally you want things like the, you know, like the giga eggs, because I mean, it's not just a case of the taming effectiveness, it's the time. Does that drop by 50? Will you feed again at 50 or something, maybe? Yeah, just keep an eye on it and see, because I might have to, as I say, I think I might have to go back and get more eggs. So I've got plenty of these things like, you know, trike eggs and turtle eggs. Right, so you're going to feed it. Oh, there you go. So went up by about 6%. So I think I can actually get away with what I've got, because you only need 63%. And I've got over 10 of these anyway, so I think we'll be fine. So, oh thank, oh, thank goodness for that. It's a trike wandering around. I'm just going to basically just keep an eye on the topo then. But I think I'm okay for eggs. I think. But I'm just going to pause it there rather than just... Oh, I don't like those blooming these. Yeah, I think I'm just going to pause it there. And I'll bring you back once this little beastie's all tamed up. Well, this thing's almost ready. I did give it a couple of narcotics just to keep it under a bit more. But we're almost ready. And I got away with what I brought across. I gave it 18 trike eggs. Well, I had 18 trike eggs on me and 2 stego eggs. I mean, my taming rate is higher. But you can see, I mean, like, the taming effectiveness is absolutely lousy. It's going up by about like 6% for me. I mean, on an official it would go up a lot lower. But we'll just wait for this last feed, and then that'll be it. We're going to take this back to base. There you go. Yeah, I know. You're all excited, aren't we all? Right, so put it on passive. Change that. You want to follow still? No, you're not. Right, so I'm going to pick up all these things here because I want to take them with me. Then we'll get this beastie over to base, and then we'll start looking for other dinos. So, see you shortly. Right then, so I've now got this back to base, so I've brought it up to the first floor. I'm going to hitch it up to the post here. If I can find it. Where's the oviraptor? There you are. Right, we're going to hitch you. So she's now hitched to the post. What I've found is if I enable mating, it does nothing. So it's still the original system where you've got to enable wandering. You can see all these other little dodos where they're starting to get like a little leg around them. They've all got like a little leg flashing around above their head. So that does help with, you know, with getting more eggs out of these things. I think originally what you used to do is you used to weigh these things down, just like dump a load of stone into their inventory, and then as long as the weight was too high, they couldn't walk, they couldn't get anywhere. And then of course S Plus brought along the hitching post, and I find that's actually a bit better because one of the features I get with S Plus is this pull system where I can pull resources. I can just click on a recipe to make something, and then say I want to pull the resources to make 10 of a certain item. The drawback is if I weighted that thing down with, say, like stone, for instance, I think there's a risk that when I try to pull some resources, I might end up pulling stone from that, and then it'll go running around because all of a sudden the weight's no longer keeping it pinned in place. But anyway, let's put these eggs back. How did that end up there? Oh, got no spark powder. Struth, that's not doing me any favours. Right, can I make any spark powder? Yeah, I'll make some spark powder. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to now go out and get myself an RG. I mean, I'm not going to bother taking like the Pteranodon to do it, because I mean, we're only after like a low level RG, and this big budgie here, I mean, I'll be able to just literally drag that RG into the pen with him. It doesn't really matter. I mean, he'll be able to take the damage, so it just saves me having to like drag the Pteranodon out there and then bring it all the way back again. So I'm just going to get finished with making my spark powder, and then what we'll do is we'll go off and get ourselves a low level RG. But I'm just going to see out of curiosity how far this egg effect's going, because I put it in the middle just to see. So it's getting about as far as these stegos, which is good. It's just not reaching the trikes, so I mean that's fine. That'll do. But I'm just going to pause it there, and I'll bring you back once we're ready to get our RG. Technically it doesn't really matter, but I quite like that argentavis down there. It's level 60. There's some actual females. I think it was like a 20 and a 5 or something that were wandering around where my trap is, but I'll just come up here and there's 2 males up there, and there's that grey-white one down there, and I quite like it actually. I mean, normally I'd just go for a really low level one, but I just quite like that one. So I think what I'll do is I'll get Big Budgie here to try and aggro this one, and then we'll trap that one. I mean, there are some doedicurus wandering around here, but they're all low level. I've noticed it's like 20s, 25s, that sort of thing. But anyway, we're going to trap this. I think they were down there actually somewhere. They were getting badgered by some saber-tooths. Yeah, there they are down there. But they're just low level ones. Oh, come on. Well, there's nothing different what I'm going to be doing here with these, you know, trying to trap this thing. Other than, I mean, instead of having like the Pteranodon like fly straight through, I'm just going to trap this thing in place with the Big Budgie here. So we'll do that, and then I'll bring you back. Well, Big Budgie's taking a bit of a pummeling, but I don't think it'll mind. It's it's a pretty strong bird. I mean, it's got a saddle which helps. But yeah, I mean, you can see there's a couple of Vargies around here. I was getting a bit concerned. I thought while I was bringing that they might get in the way, but fortunately they didn't. It's pretty easy enough. All I had to do is just drag it in here with Big Budgie there, and then all we've done is put the pillar in, and that's it. So it'll go and annoy Big Budgie, and then while I just knock it out. So I'll get that done, then I'll bring you back. So there you go then, we've got our extra Budgie. So hopefully he can start preening his feathers and encouraging those ladies over there to, well, get their job done. So I'm going to take him back to base. Then the next thing we're going to do is going to start looking for the doedicurus and the ankylos. So come on, let's get going. Fingers crossed I'm going to be able to get to this ankylo in time. It's a 150. Yes! There was a 150. I was just like in the middle of a fight there. I saw these two down here. There was like pretty low level ones there, and I've been noticing that they seem to be around in like packs of 3. So there was that one there. There was another one around here somewhere, but then there was this one which was getting attacked by saber-tooths. So I thought, have a look and see what that one is, and it's a 150. I can't believe it. That's extremely lucky, that. I mean, I think I've got plenty of sort of regular kibble, which is what I need. Now I'm going to try and drag this back to that hill over there. I mean, I haven't built a trap for it, unfortunately, but once I spotted it, because the plan was have a look around and see if I could find a decent one, and then I'd build my trap and drop it in. But I might just be able to get away with dumping it in among those pillars. It'll just be a case of taking the ceiling off. So what I want to do is get it to a safe place. See if I can repurpose that trap over there. And then what I'll do is I'll drop it in there. Maybe I don't know if it'll get through the pillars or not. I mean, they're quite wide. Might be too wide. But we'll see. Yeah, let's see if I can repurpose this then. Be back in a minute. Wow, I was beginning to think she'd despawned or something. I mean, I was searching high and low to try and find her, and she was right down there and amongst the forest trees there. So what I've done is I've taken the ceilings off. I mean, to be honest, I could just like shoot it and you know, have a bit of a dance around and shoot it, but I want to see if I can make my life easier and just dump her into these amongst these pillars. So because ultimately I want to keep her safe, because I know there's some hyenodons down there. So let's see. I don't think she can get out. Or can she? Yeah, she can't get out, so that's good. Right, well, I'm going to put the pillars back, I think. Not the pillars, the spiked walls here. My only concern is if she'll despawn. That's what I thought she actually had done, to be honest. I thought she'd despawned and disappeared. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave her there. It's a bit of a risk, because as I say, there's always a possibility she might despawn, but I'm going to go back to base because I need some regular kibble. So fingers crossed I'll come back and she'll still be there. Well, this is good. Things are going to plan at the moment. I've just come back and I've given her some, what was my stego kibble, and it's now the equivalent of regular kibble, and she started to eat that, and she's already up to like 75%. So it's going to plan. I mean, we're at like 100% taming effectiveness. So I'm quite pleased. This older kibble is definitely working. So it's going to take a while, because these like herbivores do take a while to starve out, if I remember. So I'm just going to basically tame her up, take her back to base, and then the plan is to go back out there and start looking for a male one. I'm not too fussed if I don't find a particularly high level male one, because ultimately I'll probably just get the best stats out of her. I mean that's not bad. I mean, we're looking for She's got 350 weight and 195 damage. And they're the main things I'm interested in, to be honest. Stamina's feels a bit low, but I mean, in any case, I'll just get another male, breed it up, and use their offspring to, you know, give me like a utility dino, a decent ankylo that I can then use to go back to that metal base. I'll have to build like a little shelter for it. Nothing too fancy. I'll probably build it off the side so I don't, you know, impact the resource spawns around there. But it'll make my life a lot easier for getting, you know, getting metal from there. But I think I might keep another one back at base so I can use that for getting things like the flint, for instance, because there's quite a lot of stone around where my base is, and these will be good for getting the flint. Then it's a matter of going after a doedicurus and hopefully a decent level beaver. So, see you shortly. Well, I've been looking around for doedics for ages, and I mean a long time. I mean, you go around looking for like ankylos, they're all over the place, and there's quite a few like spawn places for these doedics as well. But most of the ones I find, when I do find them, they're usually low level. There's a couple of 115s. There's a one near the trees there, so I thought I'd go and look to see if I can find something better. And this little dude here, he was right, actually, just outside of this little pen that I'd put in there for the Argies. It was just about to start walking off the cliff when I picked it up. But there's the best female I've seen. She's like level 95 over at the where that little mountain thing is over in the redwoods. But most of the ones I'm finding are very, very low. I mean, I think it was yesterday, I was looking practically most of the day for anything better than a 115 that I'd seen, and just no joy at all. So I was going to go and get that, but I came back here to get my stamina, and yeah. So I mean, 125's not too bad. I mean, it's pretty close to the 150 like max level on the map. So I'm going to drop this one off here. I don't know if it'll be able to get out of the pillars, but we'll see. You going to be okay there? Yeah, I don't know how it'll cope in those pillars because it's quite little, but it's... Let's leave that one there. I think I'll go and see. I mean, I'm a bit concerned because the 115 that was down there, the male over there, that I'd seen that getting quite a bit of damage, and there's the 95 female over here. I think that had been taking a bit of damage, so my concern is of like how much health it's got. And if it's like, once it gets, I think, below a certain health point, it starts to ball up. But I'll go over there and have a look, and well, see if I can find it. I'll bring you back and show you. Right, I finally found the female. She's right down there next to the stego. I think she was getting some hassle from the saber tooth around here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get myself some stamina first, because I'm going to take her back to that pen. If I can get to her before that. No, we missed her. Yeah. Let's try again. Got ya. Yeah, I think she's got a bit of damage, so she might have been getting attacked by the stegos. I mean, there's like a 45 up there. But I'm going to take this one back to that pen where the male was. And then I'm going to have to go off and get some regular kibble for them. So, see you shortly. I can't believe I made such a noob mistake there. I mean, obviously I brought the male back here, and then I went off and brought a female back at the same time. So I've then got the two of them were mate boosted. So that was a dumb thing to do, because when they're mate boosted, it's harder to like tame them up, because it's a case of, you know, they've got more resistance. So I ended up having to literally let them go, let them walk out, and I've basically come back, brought the male here, and he's knocked out. So his food's going down a bit slowly. So I'll give him this kibble. So it's going up pretty quick. We just need for him to starve out again. But there was actually a blue female over there. She's level, I think she's like level 75, whereas the one I've let go, she's only like a level 95. She was, what, there she is down there, I think. Is that her down there? Yes, there's a female level 95. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to basically tame this one up, because I mean that's the highest level I've seen so far, and I've spent a couple of days just wandering around. You know, I mean, there's the three main peaks, the volcano, and then there was two to the right. I've been looking around there. Then there's that mountain area over there in the woods. You can find them around there. I've been up and down the rivers here. I've been over to the blue beacon, because you can see them sometimes around that area as well. And I was just going to settle for 115, but I'm quite pleased I eventually found this one. So I'm going to wait for this one to tame up. Then I think I'll go back and actually get that blue one, the 75. So I'll bring you back once we're all done. Well, I don't know if this is a bad idea, but I've just sort of like salvaged this little 75 doedicurus from some scorpions. I mean, she was wandering around here for days, because I'd originally brought her across over here after I'd found the 125 male, and then I decided to let her go because I found a little blue doedicurus. And the trouble is, she'd been in quite a bit of a fight and she balled up. I'm not seeing much damage on this one, but we'll have to see. But yeah, she balled up, and I lost so many darts and arrows trying to trank her. It was just getting crazy. I just ran out of some time, so I thought I'd just leave her, come back later. But by the time I did get back onto the game, looks like she'd despawned, I think. Okay, they're not following me. I mean, I used up that many sort of like narcotics. Oh, we don't want that gun. That wouldn't be good. She used up that many. I mean, I had to make up that many like narcotics to get a load more darts. I've actually leveled up since, and I found myself. I think it's a level 135 male, but oddly enough, it's actually got worse. It's got much worse stats than the original 125 I found. So I'm going to see what this 75's like, because I'm just going round and round on this the island here, trying to look for a decent level female. But I'm not really having any joy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and tame this one up. And I think that's probably about as far as I go, because I think what I find with ARK is you tend to go looking for certain things, and it's just like Murphy's Law. It makes it actually, for some strange reason, it's actually harder to then find what you're looking for. I usually find things when I'm not looking for them, so yeah. I'm just going to keep on with this then, and I'll bring you back shortly. Well, I should have read the fine print. I've been spending quite a while going out looking for all these different utility dinos. I mean, we've got our ankylos, and I've got my doedics, and I was out looking for some actual beavers as well. And then it's a case of, oops, it was a bit of a waste of time, because I can't make superior kibble because you need the sap. I completely forgot about that. And I did level up while I was making the video, but the trouble is I didn't actually get myself the blueprint for the sap collector here. So I'm going to have to level up again to get the engram points to learn that. But I think I'll leave that for another video, because basically I want to go out to the redwoods anyway and build myself like a little mini base out there. And as part of that, I may as well get the collectors and put them into the trees. But yeah, I mean basically what I'd done is I'd learned the engram for the fur jacket here, so that improves my my armor and my insulation for when I'm out and about in the cold. But I also got the engrams for the metal pipes as well, so probably just about see it out there. There's now 4 water tanks, whereas before there was only 1. So I've now got like 2,000 capacity instead of just 500. But I mean, we've now got all of the utility dinos technically. I mean, we've got Barry the Beaver here for getting us wood. I've now got 2 doedics, so at some point I'll breed these together. I think what I'll do is I'll just do some simple breeding to begin with, and get myself a a fully imprinted one. And I'm just going to use these two because, I mean, this one here, this was the first male that I got. Now he's 125. His levels are 380, 316 because these are the only important stats for me. So he's on 380, 316. Now this one was a 135, so I would have expected better. He's on 385 to 281. So what do you want? Blooming tails, man. So yeah, his weight's only slightly better, but his melee is not so good. Now, yeah, it doesn't really matter the female. No offense. Her stats aren't that important as long as, you know, one of the two's got decent ones. Eventually, I'll get to the point where I've got decent stats from the ones that I breed. I mean, at some point I'll probably do sort of like mutated ones. That'll be good fun. But just for the sake of practicality, for being able to gather the stone, I'll just get I'll just go for breeding them up and just get myself a basic one without the mutations. The next thing we've got over here are our ankylos. So this was the 150 female I was lucky to find. So she's got 400 weight, 292 melee. This is the male. He wasn't so high level, but interesting, he's got actually higher weight. So should make an improvement even over her. But I'm just surprised with this one. I mean, there was 10 levels difference between these two, but I think this dude's a bit of a poker really, because he's put most of his points into food. I think one of the real star attractions though out of all those dinos that I've been getting really is this oviraptor. I mean, she's just been great because I mean all these dinos are producing lots more like eggs for me. So I think that was probably the best thing you can get yourself if you want to have a kibble farm, is get yourself a low-level oviraptor. I mean, in my case, I'm having to like keep it tied to a hitching post because you can't get a dino leash until you get to, I think it's extinction. It's the only place you can get them. And then finally up here, we've now got ourselves a male Argy. So I think he's probably helping a lot with the eggs, you know, from these three females. But also it's a case of, if I'm in a bit of a rush and I want to get a lot of eggs from these three, I can just basically get them to breed and they'll give me fertilized eggs, because you can use those in the kibble as well. So that's great. I mean, I'm really pleased. I mean, we made some serious progress. I mean, as I say, I mean, I'm still going to have to like breed these together to get the, you know, the actual utility dino I'm going to use, but I'll probably do that in maybe another episode, or I might do it off camera, to be honest, and then have some separate videos on the mutations. Just the one? Okay, yeah. Anything's better than nothing. Thank you very much. Anybody else while we're here? Oh yes, cool. I mean, these pteranodons seem to be producing quite a lot as well for some strange reason. But anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If so, then do please leave a like, because that'll help me out a great deal. If you're new to the channel and you want to see more content like this, then yeah, do please subscribe. Just remember to click that little bell icon, because that way you get notifications for when new content comes out. And if you've got any comments, any suggestions, want to leave any feedback, please post that in the comment section below. Until the next video, thanks very much for watching. Bye!